So next 2 and 3 months, we're gonna just build a chat application that will combine with WhatsApp and Messenger like features, and will include everything from them. And there we have this basic features like real-time messaging, group chat, file sharing, and we will also upload a file in the uh, Cloudinary as a file storage, and we can also use like AWS S3 or anything else. Just you will understand the core functionality and logic and flow. Then you can you will be able to do anything. So like we'll send emails, user profiles, role-based authentication, and authorization. And in our primary stack, we'll use like Ban, Next.js, Prisma, Tailwind, Socket.io, chatify, and many more features. So in our primary tech stack, you can see here. So like we'll use like JWT session-based authentication. We'll use Crypto, Malta, and Cloudinary for file management. We'll use Stone and Stone for logging, like production level login. And we will use Prisma. With Prisma, just almost similar functionality. We can handle 6 types of database, including Postgres, MySQL, MongoDB, SQLite, or CockroachDB, and more. So in our front end, we will use Node.js to handle SSG, SSR, CSR, Tailwind CSS for designing, React Query for just managing state effect calls, just query and mutation, and persist data. And also we will use Justent as a lightweight global state management library. And also we will use like database. By default, we will use PostgreSQL, and you can use any type of database, and configuration and functionality almost same. So cloud services will use Cloudinary, and first we'll create server, and in our server we'll just add authentication, user registration, login, get user, email verification, for credentials, like forget password, reset password, JW2 authentication, like access, refresh token, and difference between them. Will deeply understand the difference between and when we need and why we need access and refresh token in our server or in our app. So we will enforce HTTP and CSA protection with just helmet. So this is external library for security, and we'll manage profiles, edit profile, and upload images, authorization. So in the chat features, we'll implement one chat, one-to-one or real-time messaging. Delivery status will be sent by default, and after delivered, message will be delivered. And everything will be reflected as real time. And group chat, we will create groups, and our admin, and by default who will create the group, they will be admin, and they are able to build just group members, remove, add members, or anything else they are able to do. So additional features, so online status, track user activity, last seen, type in indicators, read recipients, and a lot of things you can read, like a search, how to infinite scrolling, and work with a lot of data in your server. And admin features like monitor user activity, manage users, group permissions, ads, messages, restrict content sharing, or ban users, or anything else. So we will do a lot of things in our ongoing app, and we'll use like a MVC architecture in our app. So if I open the app, so I was testing the app, and this is our server, and this is our Next.js client. So by default, I have just added some modules added. We have some configuration like cloudinary configuration, cookie configuration, and everything in just one single file, and it is easily understandable and readable name for anyone will be understood easily. So you will learn how to organize code in your code base, server or client. So this is library for Prisma. Like we have a lot of utility function. So this is our modular architecture. So I prefer modular architecture than MVC architecture because in our MVC architecture we need like a separate just directory or folder for models, controllers, routes, or views. So suppose we need to change made some changes. We are working on the set controller, and now we need to go the user routes. Then we need to create a set. We need to open the separate folder and open the file. So it will just time consuming and not waste that. So in modular architecture, our related like files, like controllers, DTOs for validation, and we'll use this for validation, like email, and so it is just normal and this modular architecture, and anyone can easily understood everything, and it is not nothing too hard. Suppose we will organize our related routes, and we will just there are just normal uh, services for that we used to our controller, like that. This is our user service, and this is our function in the user service. So this is the create user, and every chat has their own related files like set.controller, DTO, routes, and services, message also. So it is easily accessible, and just it's easily readable, manageable, and our code base is organized. And in our list index route, we have the set route, message route, and this is the prefix of it, like chat, message, and user routes. And in our index file, we have the set of middlewares. This is a function. There we have defined a lot of middleware like express.json for handling body parser from request.body, like course option for handling this cross-origin request, cookie parser for handling cookies. We will use like cookie-based or session-based authentication, and we will persist cookies after login. And we are using helmet and this configuration from this config folder. There we have write just configuration related task, and here is our Prisma schema. This is the default schema, and if we remove this and control space, we can manage 6 type of database with same functionality, almost same functionality. Just if we use different provider, then we need just a few lines of changes in the model, but everything is similar in our core functionality. So this is our just user model. What data will persist on this model, like username, email, password, avatar, and is it verified, and it is another tables that we have relations with our user model, like chat name, description, admin ID, created updated members. It is just relation with me chat member and messages, and this is the chat member. So every single member in the chat. This is the message, and by default it has this content, sender ID, set ID, or sentence status. And status, it is an enum, like message status, send, deliver, and read. And our user status will be online, offline, and idly, or anything else that you can just add it here. And role, like guest, user, or admin. So this is your message chain. who is just seeing the message, and we will persist the last seen activity like user ID with message ID and unique ID for scene, and this relation with user and message. So this is our basic schema for our application, and we will add a lot of fields in here, lot of modules in here. So by default this is it, and I will create the app from scratch to everything. Like this is our Cloud9 configuration, this is cookie configuration, and we can use the same cookie and change in the same one place, and it will be reflected where we will use. So without doing manually, HTML need to secure same site in strict or anything else path slash. We don't need to do it manually. We can just use this get cookie options, and we can pass age and our cookie options. We can just make changes what you need, and it will be reflected in anywhere in our app. This is the env config. There we have just configured our env variables how to use, and when we hit just env dot client URL JWT secret and anything else we can do, and it is just organized. Also we know what type of env we have, like we also define what types of env variable we can get. So this is it for now, and in our public directory we have just an email template, and this email template, it is just dynamic. It accept dynamic value like title, message, name, button text, and on the mailer we will use node mailer. Suppose we have configured, and you can use like SendGrid or anything else, and where okay, in example, you need to just set up your database URL, your database DB username, password, and your database port name, and you can use like any port, access token, client URL, where you will use your server. Like in our case, by default, Next.js is localhost 30. That's why it will be just localhost 3000. We will use it here. And you need to change your cloud name, a very key secret. You need to log in or sign up on the Cloudinary, and you will create just cloud name, cloud API key, API secret, and SMTP host port, and we will just learn how to get them easily in our app. So by default, this is our application, and this is the features of our app, and we'll add a lot of things from both chat app, and if you just follow step by step, then you will be a professional full stack developer. You don't need to learn anything after learn this, because we will cover everything as a full stack developer should do. And you know, the chat feature logics is the most difficult part in web applications, because it is very just confusing part in the for developers. So that's why I will try to cover everything in very simple way, and I will upload part by part video every day, and you will, if you just follow the step by step, then you will be a pro developer without any confusion. So this is our goal, to create a combined app, both from from Messenger and WhatsApp. So now this is it. Thank you so much. Just subscribe to get notifications and get updates for my this app updates or any other updates. So thank you so much.